Vishnu del Diable.
Let's see. Why is it offering a warrior a dagger? I would rather have a sword.
Goodbye.
There we go. And that's a nice upgrade. And let's see. A staff for my druid. Okay. And let's see. Where else are we going to? Oh. It says to talk to him again.
Greetings. Asha Fela.
Alright. Well, time to turn into... Oh, you know what? Here, let's see. Let's resynchronize these characters again. Because I logged out, they're probably not synced, is what it is. By the way, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm having fun here in the World of Warcraft Classic. And I'm multi-boxing, so both of these characters you see are me.
May the stars guide you.
So I've joined the Alliance, and I'm having fun here in the Night Elf starting area. Let's see, I'm getting all my characters outfitted. I'm using Zygor, that's the guide that you see that is putting the ant trails on the screen and making recommendations about gear and talents, although in my case it's not really recommending much. And let's see. I'm using a program called HotKeyNet in order to control my different accounts. This program is free, and you can use it to control as many accounts as you want to in the World of Warcraft. Now, of course, the multiple accounts themselves are not free, but at least HotKeyNet is. Oh, hey, hello there, Gala. Yeah, we were having a bit of a delay. Had a little problem with the internet service provider. Apparently they had a router that went out, so all the traffic got routed through some other circuit, and that circuit got saturated. They did not have the capacity necessary to get everything done. And as a result, I started to get the delay further and further and further when I was streaming, to the point where the delay was 20 minutes. So as I was transmitting, it was taking so long because I couldn't transmit at the full. Normally I transmit at 6 kilobits, and my transmission rate was fluctuated between 2 and 3, and so Twitch, on the other hand, was doing a very faithful job of assembling those bits as they came in, when they came in, and OBS did too. And when the internet service provider finally cleared up the problems, I noticed that OBS cranked it all the way up to 12 kilobits in order to catch up. So it finally did work out, but yeah, it was pretty bad this morning. Okay. So I have to pick up some magic mushrooms, huh? Oh, and there they are. I don't suppose these are multi-tap. Probably not. So it's like she got the mushrooms, and that means my poor druid did not. Well, since you're joining us, Gala, this is a new tank for the World of Warcraft for the Alliance side. So you've seen me playing the Horde. This is the Alliance, which is the other faction. In World of Warcraft, we only have 2 factions, although, from what I hear, WoW Retail is planning on adding a 3rd. At least it seems that way. Alright, now I have to find a magic mushroom for my poor little healer here. Let's see, is she the only one who can see them? Okay, come on, where's the magic mushroom? I'm scanning around, looking for mushrooms. I guess I got lucky and found one right away. on, where's the mushroom? I have no luck. Oh, there's one. Oh, wow, I'm saying that I have no luck, and then suddenly I have luck. It's funny how the opposite of whatever I say is going to happen happens. I was like, you know, I'm never going to win the lottery. I'm really never going to win the lottery. Fingers crossed. Yeah. It would be a bad thing if I won the lottery. Let's see. Okay, we have our magic mushroom. Now... Oh, wait a minute. I have to get 6 more of these things? Crud. I thought I only had to get 1. This is going to take a while. They are usually at the base of trees. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Why is this saying 1 of 2? And this is saying 1 of 7. Alright, well, I guess I will run around and look at the base of trees and see if we find mushrooms. Multi-boxing is not unlike being a parent. Parent-to-be. I'm looting for 2. Which means that if they're extremely low drop rates or things that are rare and difficult to find, then it's twice as hard if you're playing 2 characters. 3 times as hard if you're playing 3, and so on. So, think very hard if you want a multi-box. It's the path of pain. Although it's a lot of fun in PvP, especially if you're playing, say, a couple of hunters, and they're running away with your flag, and the guy might have the most uber ultimate gear that he can resist any individual hunter, but when it's twice the firepower, you can probably ventilate him and get him to drop your flag. I love all the battlegrounds where it's you know, you're trying to prevent a flag carrier from stealing your stuff. Multi-boxing hunters is really good for that. Oh, good grief. Maybe I'm out of the area for these things. It says at the base of trees. I was kind of hoping just any old tree would do in this area, but I don't know for sure. Keeping my eyes out. Well, if you ever get the opportunity to join us for Classic, we'd love to have you. By the way, I can always send you a referral code that will give you some free game time if you don't already have an account. It only applies to new accounts, of course, but you'll be able to try things out for at least a little while. If you're interested in a trial account, just let me know by sending me your email address privately, and I'd be happy to send you an invite code. I can also do the same thing for Zygor, so if you'd like to have a little referral for Zygor, let me know. Crud. I'm tempted to just abandon this quest. Normally I'm a bit of a completionist, but ooh, it does cost you in the World of Warcraft. Blasted mushrooms. I think these things are going to take forever. Attack with it. I'm going to be a rebel elf and I'm going to ignore this quest. Okay, do we have any quests to turn in? Why is it all about these mushrooms? I'm very tempted to abandon this thing, but I want to complete the quests. Oh, there's a magic mushroom. Just when I'm losing hope. Oh, Yupari asks, does it work on Classic or is it only the retail version? I don't know. I've never given someone a referral and had them try to get into Classic, since Classic only just recently launched. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Classic might require subscription. It would. Blizzard knows that everybody wants to come in for Classic, and so I have a feeling it could be the case, but I mean, then what would the point of a free trial be if it blocked you out of it? The only way to know would be to try. In fact, since I have like 20 email accounts, maybe I'll just refer myself, create a new account, and test it and find out. Let me put that on my to-do list. That way I can definitively say, yes, you can do this, or no, you can't. Because right now I don't know. Okay, I found another magic mushroom. Of course, no sooner do I find one, it says, find one more. Find me another shrubbery. Oh, and there's one. Wow. All of a sudden, I'm finding the mushrooms. And it says, all right, find me 5 more. FN mushroom quest. Oh, here's another one. Well, let's get them for my druid as well. Okay, that does answer the question. They're not just here, they're throughout the entire section. So, mushrooms, mushrooms everywhere. So we'll just run around and look for magic mushrooms. Oh, and there's one. You have to have a good eye for these things. They don't sparkle or anything. And that's the way it was back in Classic, is that you were responsible for figuring out where things were and what to loot. The only clue is that you mouse over it and you find that it's clickable. Oh, look at this. Another treasure chest. I'll take that. Yoink. Meanwhile, let's scan the horizon for any additional mushrooms. If they were fiendish, they would put some of them up here. Oh, and there's one now. Alright, maybe the mushroom quest isn't so bad now that I'm actually on a roll here, finding mushrooms everywhere. Heck, I'm just about ready to make a salad. Although, the only place mushrooms really belong is on hamburgers and pizza. So, you have been warned, OLG. You try to feed me a salad, I'll growl and say salads are for prey animals. Well, let's see. There are quite a few realms. For the Horde, I am playing on the realm at Tiesh, and for the Alliance, I'm playing on Old Blanching. Although technically you can have Horde and Alliance on the same realm, I thought I'd kind of get into the vibe of the old classic ways. Whoops, there must have been one way up there too. I'm guessing he wasn't up there for his health.
I am honored.
Oh, I guess it's a quest. Some guy, NPC to talk to up there. She was always been a fan of an NPC called Old Blanchy. And so she and I were talking about that, and I was like, hey, they actually named a realm off of Old Blanchy. And I created a character over here. So she was telling me that if she played, that she'd probably want to play on that realm. So I thought I'd be here to greet her should she decide to join me in the future. Ah, it looks like it doesn't. It says active account required. I was worried that that might be the case. Blizzard knows that the big draw right now is WoW Classic, and so they're going to make it so if you haven't paid, you don't get to play, which is always the way the World of Warcraft was. So maybe in a way they could be saying to us, we wanted to preserve that vanilla feel. There was no such thing as free trials in WoW Vanilla. So I guess there isn't in WoW Classic either. That way they can preserve the original atmosphere. Yeah. That's a little freebie for Blizzard marketing, if you want to tell people that. Give them that explanation. Watch, somebody at Blizzard will be taking notes and be like, oh, no kidding. Oh, another magic mushroom. Da 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 da. Suddenly they are everywhere. Okay, so as you can see, the easiest way to find magic mushrooms, or whatever they are, is to just go around the perimeter of the zone, and they seem to be all over the place. Zygor was telling me to go around the bases of trees, but I think that's where everybody is looking. So they're missing the ones that I'm picking up. At least I hope they are. Hopefully nobody else catches on. I don't know how far up they would put them, so that's why I'm looking this far back, just to verify that there are no mushrooms hiding back here. Oh, hey, you got your ESO account reactivated? I can only imagine what it must have been like. In Elder Scrolls Online, you don't actually have to pay a monthly fee for the game if you buy the DLC for it. So you can buy chapters and you can buy the DLC and you can play them as much as you want. However, in order to incentivize people to subscribe to that title, they have things like the unlimited crafting bag, which is basically like this bottomless pit for crafting materials, which is shared amongst all your characters. It makes it very easy to craft stuff. So you can have one character that goes around and just, grinds materials. Another character just sits in a town and crafts, and they both reach into and out of the same bag that is bottomless. And it's very addictive. It also gives you a little thing where your bank space doubles, and also to encourage you to subscribe, and some other little perks here and there. Blizzard, by comparison, unfortunately, it's basically you pay your money, you continue to have access to WoW, and that's it. There's nothing real special, and no rewards for subscribing for long periods of time or anything like that. But they've got us. They've got us on the nostalgia. This was my first MMO, and Vanilla was the first. Very, very first MMO I ever played. It feels like home. would it be silly to say that playing the World of Warcraft Classic, I feel young again? The years just seem to melt away. Oh, we have made a circuit of the zone. Let's see, she has 7 of 7. Oh, good job, guys. They have everything they need. Now we just need moon petal lilies. So we'll go get those. So I got my 14 magic mushrooms. Okay, they look like tall flowers with orange petals on the ground around this area. I'm not the only one. Oh, that's one. Yoink. Alright, I have to keep my eye out for these things. Oh, I see another one. Good. While she's gathering that, I can see about... Here's another one. And there's another. Oh, and I think... Yep, I saw this one. Here's one more. Ah, there we go. Okay, and our final item. Back to visit the spiders. I used to sit and listen to this music for hours. I have to admit I was completely taken in by the atmosphere of the World of Warcraft. I had played Warcraft 1, 2, and 3, which were real-time strategy games, which, and Warcraft 3 in particular, sets up the setting for what becomes the World of Warcraft. So if you've never had the chance to play Warcraft 3, they're about to remaster it, and it will be released at Christmas. Supposedly, and oh, let's see, what am I looking for? Webwood Ichor. Well, I assume that any of these spiders can help us with that. However, since there's only one that we will need, I'm guessing we're going to have to go through a few spiders before it will drop. Oh, really? Did you play Warcraft 3, Gala? Well, if you did, then you basically know World of Warcraft. So you saw the rise of the Lich King, where the how the Tauren joined the Horde. Let's see how Thrall led the Horde to Kalimdor and ended up founding their new homeland there in Durotar. Okay, she has the Ichor. Now my Druid needs it. Oh, and she got it too. Excellent. All right, so out we go. Yeah, Warcraft 3 is rather famous because, well, for reasons beyond just being the basis for the World of Warcraft, it was a mod of Warcraft 3, which became known as Dota. Well, in this case, on Steam, it's Dota 2, The Defense of the Ancients. At first, it was kind of funny because, you know, players modified the game using the editor that came with it and created a new game where they'd have different little lanes with heroes and you know, armies spawning and then are pushing you know, against the other team in order to overwhelm them. And it was so popular and so much fun that Valve Entertainment, who runs Steam, decided to make an actual game around it rather than simply having it as an add-on to Warcraft 3. The thing was that Blizzard Entertainment assumed incorrectly that because it was a map generated for their game that somehow they could use it themselves. And so they created Blizzard Dota and were disabused by legal means of the notion that they could simply use that. Let's see. Oh, kill enemies and reach level 5. Oh, we're not going to play that game. I'm a hair's breadth from level 5 anyways. Wish I'd noticed that before I started coming this way. Oh, well, we'll just kill something to get to level 5. So, lawyers made them change it to something other than Dota, and that became the Heroes of the Storm. Unfortunately, it was never as popular as Dota 2, and to date, Blizzard Entertainment has now chosen to abandon Dota. Or, what am I saying, Dota? Heroes of the Storm. So the game is in maintenance mode. All the public events that used to be centered around it are canceled. And there were even professional teams and a league, and everybody in the league got fired. And unfortunately, they were fired by a blog post. I can't imagine how terrible that must have been. Oh, now I have to collect the webwood egg. Whoops. I guess I came back here prematurely. So they put all their faith in Blizzard, and Blizzard, well, didn't live up to the commitments that they made. I feel badly for all those people who were trying to make a career as a professional gamer, believed in Blizzard's league, and invested time and money in order to build it up and promote it. Oh, you never played Warcraft, huh, Cass? You know what? You might like it. Like I said, Warcraft 3 is out there. And, well, you've played a whole lot of StarCraft. I assume you enjoyed that. You know, if you wanted to save some money, you can usually find old copies of Warcraft 2 and 3 on disc, sometimes at places that have U software. Warcraft 2 was a DOS game. Speaking of how old it was, it had a really awesome soundtrack too. It was in the days before MP3s, so it was actually a hybrid disc. So you could It was just a regular audio disc with a little bit of programming on it. So you could put the Warcraft 2 disc in a regular audio CD player and it would play it. And you could listen to all the music. Of course, you can find the entire soundtrack for Warcraft 2 and probably 3 as well on YouTube these days. Probably my favorite track from the Warcraft 2 soundtrack was I Am a Medieval Man, if you've never heard it. Now, here are the eggs. Oh, that's what this guy is. Well, I assume that's a female, because in spiders, the bigger, the nastier, the deadlier they are, the more likely they are that it's a female spider. The males tend to be little and run around, and after they've done their business, they need to escape with their lives. Okay, now we can finally get out of here. I should actually pay attention to Zyger. I'm running around more than I need to as I reminisce. Yes, I enjoy real-time strategy titles too. One in particular that I had a lot of fun with, and I was really sad because I wanted to be able to invite some of you guys to join me on it one time, was Red Alert 3. However, Red Alert 3 was designed only to run with the GameSpy system, and all the GameSpy servers have been shut down and they're out of business, and so the only way to play it is locally, and that's it. Oh, one that is a lot of fun, since you've enjoyed StarCraft 2, StarCraft Remastered is actually a pretty good title as well. And in fact, I still need to finish playing through that one.
I am listening.
Oh, there we go. Nice new shield for her.
Dear Goddess.
And that's an upgrade. And let's see, a nice leather tunic for my Druid there.
Hello.
Okay, I hope I'm reading this correctly. Unfortunately, this thing shows me where to go in terms of X and Y, but it doesn't show it in terms of Z. So I have no idea what the elevation is for the quest giver. So I'll just kind of go in the general direction and hope I'm going the right way. Okay, it's not the Druid trainer. Maybe it's somebody all the way up here. It is. Excellent.
What brings you here?
Alright, time to take the express elevator. Whee! Oh, that's a bad idea. You know what? Heals, please. Thank you. Yoink. My knees hurt just watching the characters do that. Get like sympathy pains and like, ah.
How may I help?
Okay, collect a filled crystal file. And where am I getting that from? Oh, good grief. Have to go run up all the way over here. Sorry, OLG, I guess I didn't take the reference. Yeah, I've been having fun with all the Command and Conquer titles myself, Gala. In fact, I've been playing Command and Conquer since, the very first one, although I'll have to admit I wasn't going to do that mobile thing that EA put out, where it's like, for just $6,000, you can have the whole mobile version of Command and Conquer. I'm like, no thanks, don't need it. Oh boy, here we are in the hot tub. Oh, it's got a quest timer. Let's see. Did she give me a file? Yeah. All right. Let me actually pay attention here. Okay, let's see. Oh, this must have been the guy that we saw up there. I was wondering what that NPC was doing up there by himself. Everybody's taking him antidotes.
Can I assist you?
Hope you're feeling better.
Be careful.
Yoink, I'll take that. Now she's looking more like a warrior. Okay, let's see. And Crown of Earth. Oh, I'm guessing I have to go up the tree for this one? Probably. Uh-oh, having problems with your laptop? What was it doing? Or, I should say, not doing. Speaking of troubleshooting problems, I actually have some good news. I was able to help OLG with a problem on her machine that she was able to troubleshoot and fix herself. And it saved her a whole bunch of money, so it was a good day. I was kind of worried that her poor machine was really sick, but she was able to figure out a much easier solution with a little advice.
Ishnuala.
Okay, and down we go again. A nice express elevator. Whoops! Uh-oh. Looks like my Druid made it all the way to the bottom. Too bad for her. Oh well. Now, for those of you who played Warcraft 3, in keeping with tradition of Warcraft 3, unlike all the other races in Azeroth, when elves die, they don't have ghosts that are... well, they don't look like their normal selves. They basically look like wisps when they die. And that's keeping with what we saw in Warcraft 3. So here comes the wisp. And it's like, I want to live! That is actually a reference, I believe, from South Park, where they had a World of Warcraft episode. Not to be confused with the Game of Thrones one from the Iron Islands. That which is dead may never die.
What brings you here?
Okay, great. Now we have a little delivery. Onward to Dolinar. Oh, somebody's shouting, "Where is Dolinar?" You know there's a map, right? It says Dolinar. Oh well. I'll be nice. I'm not going to shout that, and someone else will tell them. Ooh, overheated, huh? Well, hopefully you haven't laid it flat, and so it's getting air in. I've noticed that some notebooks have difficulty if they're on, say, like a fabric table spread because it plugs up the vents or something like that.
Don't touch me! You again? Ah. Now what? Don't touch me! Now what? Ah.
That's also a Warcraft 3 thing where you could click on characters multiple times and they would say different things. And so the art style that you find in the World of Warcraft is also inspired by Warcraft 3. So if you look at the characters in Warcraft 3, they basically follow this art style. Also, as you go throughout the world, if you're familiar with all the buildings that are built as part of the bases, you will see them throughout World of Warcraft. And garrisons and town halls and whatnot. Oh, now it's time for the owls. Yes. Time for the owls.
Need more room. Not enough rage.
Yeah, he's kind of funny. Hey, look at this. Oh, it looks like... oh, come on. Telling me my inventory is full? Well, you know what? I'll put it on my warrior anyways. Got a pouch. Yes. The greatest treasure in the World of Warcraft is an empty bag. Oh, good grief. I should have sold things before coming out here. I need every coin I can get, so I don't want to leave anything behind. Let's see, how far are we from Shadow Glen? Actually, Starbreeze... Well, I don't think Starbreeze has any vendors, though. Come on. There we go. Gotta use that rage. I know it's going to be a problem, so you know what? I'll go ahead and bite the bullet, go back to Shadow Glen so I can sell this junk. I don't have a lot of bag space, and actually that's the part that I'm kind of dreading. Since I was planning on making one character a skinner and a leather worker and the other one a blacksmith, that doesn't leave me a tailor to make any bags. And bags are going to be horrendous in price, I'm sure. Maybe if I'm lucky they won't be, but we'll see. Wow, the time flies when you're having fun. I was looking at this, I was like, what, 46 minutes already? I guess that's the thing about the World of Warcraft is it is a proper time sink. And that's what Zygor telling me where to go. So it would take even longer if I was just wandering around. But on the plus side, these characters are already level 5, and they'll be reaching 6 soon enough. Once they hit level 12, then they'll be pretty good to start running into dungeons.
Ishnu Dal Diev.
Okay, worn short sword.
Farewell.
Go ahead and sell that. Hey, at least they have a few silver each now. So we'll try to make it to Dolinar, and then that'll probably bring us to the end of this episode. Oh, you know what? Do I need still more birds? I do.
Need more rain.
I'm sitting here running past this owl, and I was like, wait a minute, don't I need feathers? Okay, so here we are in Dolinar. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and park it here for tonight. Thanks for joining me here on Joe SuperFanTable's PC Gaming channel, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys next time as we have more fun in the World of Warcraft Classic. I'm looking forward to getting this tank healer combo up to level 12 so they can start dungeons here on the Alliance side. I'll see you all next time.